Hey, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Adam with One Up Investing, where every day we try to bring you that one up mushroom for your investment portfolio. And today we're going to be looking at something a little different. Normally I'm covering coins, different cryptocurrencies in the market, but today I wanted to take a look at Veve, NFTs, because the market's kind of quiet, going sideways and choppy, so figured this would be a nice little change of pace. And without any further ado, I'd like to talk about the very first one on my list. And we're looking at the Storm Secret Rare and the Storm Ultra Rare. Now the Ultra Rare, that one had a 3,650 editions with a floor price of 210, and there are 491 in the market with which brings us to a circulating supply of 13.4%. This 13.4% is actually really high compared to everything else on this list. It is going to be the highest, and that is fine, because this is also the newest one on this list, which is why I felt that it was necessary, because Storm is the first animated and sound effects Veve NFT that was put in the market. And she's also the first mutant, the first X-Men. So I do believe that is going to be a big factor in why she raises in value down the road. So as far as the secret rare, we are looking at the editions being 1,500, much lower than the ultra rare, with a floor price of 990 and 185 in the market. And let's check out this animation really quick. It's one of my favorites. Could you get that sound? Well, you can't probably hear it in this video, but it does have sound. And with only 185 in the market, we're looking at 12.3% in circulation. Lower than the ultra rare, but still, as you'll see in this list, pretty high. And the next one on this list is going to be from the Batman Black and White series. It's going to be the Jim Lee Joker. And for this one, we're looking at 7,500 commons, with floor price of 444.90 in the market, and 1.2 in circulation for the first appearance of Joker and Jim Lee. Who is Jim Lee? He's the chief creative officer at DC. So I would definitely take a look at that. And there's only that leaves an astonishing 1.2% left in the market. That is incredibly low. For a floor price of 444, I would definitely suggest hop on this before they're all gone. That's even lower circulation than Todd McFarlane Batman. Wow. And for number 9, we're going to be looking at another one within the Batman Black and White series, and it is another Jim Lee. You might have guessed it by now. It's going to be the Jim Lee Nightwing. This Jim Lee Nightwing is just such a beautiful pose, in my opinion, and that's one reason why I like him. At a price of 1,850 editions, it being an ultra rare, and 4.88% of them are in circulation. It's also the first appearance of Nightwing. He's a fan favorite for DC fans everywhere. And along with the pose, again, having Jim Lee attached to the name, the chief creative officer at DC, I think that's pretty important to have. I think that's something that will definitely create value for him moving forward. And that is the reason why I am in love with this one. So for our next one, we're going to be going out of DC, and we're going to be going to Marvel. And I'm sure all of you know who this is. Yep, we're looking at Spiderman. And of course, if you can get, the secret rare, the ultra rare, that's great. But for this video, I wanted to highlight the common, uncommon, and the rare. Reason being is their numbers compared to circulation is actually really, really good, as you'll see. They actually do have the lowest numbers on this list. So I would suggest grabbing them as soon as you can. For the common, we're looking at 3,200 editions at a floor price of $396 with 247 in the market. And this thing has an astonishing 0.77% in circulation. Look, this is the first Spider-Man, first technically Disney product that came out, and it's at these numbers already. It's also on the load screen. Next up, we have the uncommon at 16,000 with the floor price of 288 and 248 in the market. There, the circulation basically doubles to 1.5%, but that's still extremely low. At 1.5%, it doesn't get much lower than that, as you'll still see moving forward. And the next one, still a great deal, is the rare. This has 9,000 editions with 162 in the market and a floor price of 480. With only 1.8% in circulation. The rare and the uncommon, I think, are the two best deals here. If it was me, I'd be going after the rare because you have the rarity value and it's 1.8. That's the highest in circulation, so you're probably getting the best deal based off of that. And for the next one, we go to the Man of Steel. We're looking at Superman with 8,888 editions. It's an uncommon. He completes the set all by himself. But look at this. His floor price is 1,390. That's extremely low. With only 162 in the market, that leaves us with a circulating supply of 1.8% for the Man of Steel. Wow. This is another one that I think, like I said, this is a top 10 list. There's many NFTs and Veve, so these are my top 10. And our next one is going to be the Disney Sorcerer Hat. It's going to be in the Disney Golden Moments. And this one is, I like it a lot because it is the second rarest Disney of the Disney Golden Moments and of the first official Disney licensed NFTs. Has a circulating supply of 6,333. Again, it's a rare, and we're sitting at a floor price of 2,000. With 281 in the market, That brings us to a circulating supply of 4.4%. And for this, I do believe that's a little high. I'd say anything above 2.5%, you're probably getting a good deal. So we're probably looking at a floor price at that point of maybe 3,000. And yeah, I do think this one has a lot of room to grow. That's why I put it at number 5. So for the number 4, I'm going to be going to an oldie but a goodie, one that almost everyone puts on their radar, and it's the first ever Veve NFT. Many of you have probably guessed it by now. Yep, we're looking at the Todd McFarlane Batman. This thing is just so beautiful. Every time I look at it, I just can't help but smile. I feel very fortunate that I have one. I do want to get another one. I want to have one to hold forever and one to sell at some point. So we're looking at it's a common. It has 7,500 editions and floor price of 3,400. With 106 in the market, that leaves only 1.4% ever for the first 1.4% in circulating supply for the first ever Veve / Batman / DC / Todd McFarlane NFT. Eventually, this thing will become out of reach soon. It's already out of reach for many, but I would, if I'm looking for one to keep for the long term, this would be my pick. I would say pick one of these sooner than later because this thing is almost guaranteed to go up in value. And with that, we're going to be shifting our attention to the number 3 NFT on this list. And these are ones where we start getting some really high prices. So what I'm going for is the DaVinci Beauty. It's a rare. There's only 1,952 of these in existence, with 71 on the market, and a floor price of 4,800, leaving only 3.6% in circulating supply for the first big artist on the Veve platform. This is fine art. It's also appeals to the LGBTQ plus community. So I would say, yeah, this thing is going to be extremely valuable in the future, and it's definitely on my radar of ones that I would like to get sooner than later. And I saw this thing when it first came out. I slept on it, and I definitely regret that decision. I would like to fix my error and save up and get one of these in the near future. All right, we're gonna be with that. We're gonna be switching our attention to the number 2. Now, the number 1 and 2, honestly, it could go either way. But for me, I picked it because I felt number 1 has a higher upside. Number 2 is definitely worth more, but I felt the upside on it was just on number 1 was that much better. That's the main reason why I did it. All right, number 2 is going to be going to Ghostbusters. This is the first ever secret rare BuyVivi, and the print numbers are extremely low on this. It's the Ghostbusters logo, the platinum. With it being a secret rare, it only has 200 editions, and if we look at it, there's only 7 in the market. 7 out of these 200, we're looking at only 3.5% in circulating supply. For the first ever big movie and the first ever secret rare. I would definitely, this is a dream NFT for me. I don't think I will ever be able to own one, but if I ever had the money to spend on an NFT, this is definitely one that I'd be looking to do that in the future. It's beautiful, and I think it will stand the test of time given its low mint, its popularity, and everything else that goes along with it. So for number 1, I'm going to be going to Back to Disney Golden Moments, and I'm going with the Disney partner statue. This thing is relatively new, but it is already going to be, it might be the crown jewel of all of Veve at the moment. So we're looking at 4,333 editions. It's an ultra rare, the highest of the golden moments, and for the floor price of 11,500. There's only 217 in the market. So this brings us to a circulating supply of 5%. This 5% is actually extremely weird to me, because given Disney's popularity, I would think that there would be even less. I think we'd have only maybe 2%. But it is so relatively new, so it does make sense for it to be that. And also, people do want to make their money off this. And with that, I would like to say thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.